So here it is, guys, the LTG. I stripped it up just a little bit. Still gonna go a bit further, removing the coils and everything, spark plugs, before showing you how to do and what is leak down test, how you check if you got bad pistons, and that's it. It's off. I went to get it at my friend's Mark, and he left me that nice piece to remove on it, so just to make it quick for him, but more work for me. So that's what it is, coming back with the leak down test. Start the leak down test. Well, you need a leak down tester that indicates the total pressure that you're going to be applying in the cylinders, and the other one, it's going to tell you what percentage of leak you have in your engine. So one thing's first, we're going to put in compression cylinder number 1, and we're going to establish the top dead center to make our tests. I use a telescopic magnet. I think that's the best way, like, to do it, like, quick, fast. And you're going to need a 24 millimeters socket to turn the engine. And you stop at the highest point of your magnet or whatever you're using. But it doesn't tell you if you're in compression, you know, or you're in overlap. Overlap, it means the intake and exhaust valve are open together. Okay, it's finishing the combustion cycle. So I'm going to establish if it is compression. Snug in the hole. Get some compress here. Fine. So you have to set to 0, you know, to calibrate your gauges. Set it to 0. A couple tests. Readjust if needed. Right now, 70 of leak, and it's not coming from a valve. I'm really in compression in cylinder 1, and it's not coming from there. You can feel it, like from the oil cap, fail cap. a lot of air inside. You feel it from the dipstick too. You can hear from the exhaust. Let's say if the turbo wasn't there, you can like, try to listen. There's not a sound coming from there. It's all going in the crankcase. My God. That shit. So, gonna test number 3. This one are 25. Seems that the valves are sealing pretty well, going right into the crankcase again. So we have 25%, which is like not that bad. Not that bad. I mean, it sucks, but maybe it's not broken. Not this one, at least. Water, remember, my tests were different when I tested it, or I'm mistaken. What I did. Now we're testing cylinder 4. What I'm doing to help me, that's the reason why I like to use the magnet. It's because it's telescopic and I can adjust. You see this part, I can move it. Let's say I'm gonna take this one, I can move it the height I want as a reference when I'm at top dead center. And I got 70 of leak. That sucks. But I knew. I tested it. The engine was like, I'm gonna say warm. When I tested it the first time, maybe it played a little bit on the amount of leak I had. But you know what? The outcome is the same. Still like short, broken ring lands, like the typical. If it's not that, well, now the engine's gonna seal. Now it's not at all. Previously in the intro, like I got 4% of leak on cylinder 2, which is amazing. If they were like all of them like that, it will be a bomb. But now it's a pig, a damn pig. That was how you test a not you test, but you do leak down tests on your engines. Any kind of engines, it works the same. You have to test in compression to be sure you're in compression, and hoping for the best, because when you have results like that, it's not good for the heart, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna remove the valve cover, the turbo. I won't cover that because it's been done, and I'm gonna remove everything around the turbo, and it's just gonna be like a bit further into the engine. The engine building I'm gonna keep up, or if something I think it's important to show people, like things that I couldn't find, question that was like asking myself, and I didn't have any answers on the net or on YouTube, so I'll get back to you. So, cylinder head is off, and we can see partially the damage. You see there was like big oil consumption here. Second one looks pretty good actually. This one is a bit more wet, and this one like was going there too, but same thing. You can read on the combustion chamber cylinder number 1, like it's as beautiful as the piston number 1. Second one, like it's pretty good. This one's starting to have deposit and oily. This one too. So can't wait to see what the pistons look like. The reason why I didn't remove the differential is like I'm gonna remove the pan with it. I'm trying to save a little bit of time. I didn't have any problem with it, and I don't know where I'm going really with it too. So by removing the pan with this on, I'm gonna see if I can go like a bit further with that. So it's ready to be put on, let's say, a engine stand, and flip it over and remove the pan. So after the leak down test, and I'm building the engine, so it confirms. I'm going to show you what confirms the test that I did. Okay, now you can see the crankshaft here. The bearings are very nice, despite everything that happens to that engine. I'm gonna start with cylinder number 1, so piston number 1, connecting rod of number 1. So you can see the damage. It's always on the side of the intake that it occurs too at the same time. So you can see the blow by and everything, but this is the highlight. If we remove the rings, there you go, like all of them. So this is piston number 1. Piston number 2, we had 4% of leak. I was looking for a piston like all around being that color, with not too much of leak down, but this is a turbo engine. There's still a lot of leak down, and somewhere in the process it's not making a good job of sealing. and I can see like some damage too in like in the ring land here. There's damage. It's not like on that side. It's pretty clean, and this is eaten up at the same time. That's what I can see. I would have to clean everything like thoroughly, really to see what's happening. Cylinder number 3. The link down wasn't like too good either, but that piston is not broken. We had 36% of leak, so you see again the blow by a bit less, always on the side of the intake. That's where detonation occurs all the time. It's weird. You would think it's on the exhaust side, but it's on the intake side. And you see, I would have want like those colors all around, but nope. So cylinder number 4, again, this one the ring is not stuck in it like the first one. I'm gonna remove the first ring. Yeah, okay, you see that was 70% of leak. The first time I did it I had 80, but on the table right here it was 70% of leak. So you see the damage. I'm gonna check a bit later the gap of the ring inside the cylinders to confirm. People are saying it's the gap, it's not wide enough. It might be detonation too, and so I'm gonna confirm that with you a bit later. Ciao guys. So now it's time to measure the ring end gap to see if it's the defect of those engines or the cause of problems. So this is the first ring of cylinder number 2. It's the cylinder. I had 4% of leak, so I guess it's the best cylinder to test in. I use that little tool to put the ring square in the cylinder. Like I'm seeing around 16. I'm looking for 16. Oh god, I'm good. So I have 16 of gap for the first ring. Second ring should be just a little bit bigger than that to be the best, like I like. Yeah, that's 16, so it should be around 20. 20. Oh, even more. 21. So it's not because of the second ring, that's for sure. It's letting everything bleed off. Like, yep. 24. So that's 24 of gap, so it's kind of perfect, the second one actually. 16 for the boost and the torque that engine produces. It's a bit low. It will be like over 18, 20, I think so. It's not a big difference, but it makes a difference. I thought it would have been a little bit smaller than that, especially on the second ring. I would have expected 16. I'm surprised a little bit. I was waiting to have a tighter than that. So that's what it is. I'm gonna calculate what it should need, but let's say an engine like that, me it would be around 19. The gap, the first gap, and the second one, it would be like 4 over. So it would be 23 and we're at 24. So conclusion, first spring too tight.